everyone. Today we're going to use Casey Tremaine's. It is a mushroom and onion gravy with chicken. Can't remember exactly what she called it, but Casey Tremaine is a very good cook. I use a lot of her recipes, and it's a chicken recipe with mushroom and onion gravy. So I've already browned 2 chicken breasts, 5 minutes on each side with some butter and extra virgin olive oil. Now her recipe doesn't call for extra virgin olive oil. I just think it makes the chicken a little more tender, and that's why I use it. And I've already, her recipe calls for 8 ounces of mushrooms diced, and she says a ½ cup of onions. And I just used 1 whole small one because we like onions. So adjust it how you like it. If you don't like onions, don't use them. If you don't like mushrooms, don't use them. And then we have 2/3 cup of whipping cream. And we have 1 cup of chicken broth. And then we have thyme, 1/4 teaspoon, parsley flakes, 1/4 teaspoon, and we have oregano, 1/2 teaspoon. And we'll sprinkle that in. Let's give that a stir. And I add a little pepper to it. The recipe doesn't call for pepper, but I like pepper. And it also calls for Parmesan cheese. And I am not going to put too much salt in yet. I think I'll just let everybody salt their own, for the fact that Parmesan cheese can be quite salty, and the last thing you want to do is get too much salt in your food. So we'll sprinkle in the Parmesan cheese. Stir that in. I can't remember if I said, but I browned these 5 minutes on each side. Now we're going to put them back in the pan, and we're going to let this cook for 20 minutes with the lid on, if I can get the fork out. Okay, that was successful. Got the fork out. Put the lid on, and we'll see you back in 20 minutes. And 20 minutes are back. Okay, so we have this beautiful mushroom gravy with chicken. It's all nice and cooked. I'm going to remove the chicken and we're going to finish off the gravy. So you need a ½ teaspoon of xanthan gum, and you're just going to sprinkle that in and whisk it in. I've got some nice crusty bits on the bottom there. I'm going to scrape that first, because I like to scrape all the nice bits that you get in there. And I can fill them in there at the bottom of the pan. It's probably from the Parmesan cheese. That smells delicious. Smell that oregano in there. Okay. So I got a ½ teaspoon of xanthan gum. We'll stir that in. And we want this to get thick. Just need a few minutes for that to come up and get nice and thick. Oh, I can feel that I've got those crusty little bits off the bottom of the pan now. Now in her recipe, she says it feeds 6 with 1½ pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts or thighs. I'm just making 2 chicken breasts, one for me and one for my husband. And we like lots of gravy, so it's okay if we have extra gravy. And it doesn't take long at all for it to come up and be nice and thick. You can see when I scrape the pan how it comes away, you know it's thickening up. And there you have it. We'll just ladle some gravy. Oh, I'm spilling all my utensils. Ignore that. And just pour that right over. And I'll post a link to Casey's website with this recipe. Plus I'll put the recipe in the instructions. And doesn't that look good enough to eat? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And if you click on the bell, then I'll let you know when the next video comes up. Thanks for watching.